Okay, let's look at the question. So it has a very short information there, but that short information is actually very important. Okay. So you have company called Ashraf Berhad acquired an equipment. So this is the asset equipment. The cost was 1.2. It was on 1st of January 2015. So this is the date of acquisition, and this is the cost, right? Or the costs, initial costs. So the economic life of the equipment was 15 years. So the EUL is 15 years. And we're informed that the major part of the equipment costing 300,000 was obsolete. So this 300,000 that you have here is the one that would be the old part, and that old part will be replaced with a new part, and your new part is costing you 520,000. So this is new, right? So you need to look at whether the replacement will it improve or not the future economic benefits beyond its existing performance standards. So here you are informed it will improve performance of the equipment. So when it is improved, so the new equipment must be capitalized. Capitalized means that you need to go and add to the existing. You need to go and add to the existing carrying amount or the existing balance. Okay, this first part is actually on replacement of part, but this second part is on another different issue, which is on impairment. My focus is just to do part. I'm going to do 1 and 2. Okay. Let's look at our workings before we start doing our accounting treatment as required in requirement 1 and requirement 2. If you have read just now, it was asking you to do the journal entry for 2016, 2016, which is the year before the current year. Okay, we just put some date here. This is 1st of January 15. This is the date of acquisition. This is 2016. This is 1st of January 16. 31st of December 16. 31st of December 17. So these are the year that you are asked to show your accounting treatment. One here, another one here. So this is the prior. Here, this is the current year. Okay. We look at the first year, which is the year that you are asked to deal with, these 2 years. So it is for the year ended 31st of December 16. So what you need to find out is what are the accumulated depreciation, what are the costs in this first year. Okay, so the cost here is the cost of the existing equipment. The cost of the existing equipment, if you read the question, it was 1.2. I will number this as 1 because I need to explain that later, right, for my accounting treatment. And then your accumulated depreciation. So the accumulated depreciation is from the day you acquire, 1st of January 15, up till 31st of December 16. Right? So you will have to calculate, but before that, you'll take 1.2 divided by 15. If you just take this, you'll get 80. This 80,000 is just a yearly depreciation. But if you times with 2 years, why 2 years? Because it's from here, first year and second year. So for 2 years, so you multiply by 2 years and you get 160,000. I will label this as number 2 and this is number 3. And those things are what will be in our explanation in accounting treatment. And this will give you the carrying amount as at 31st of December 16. Or you can also say this is also my carrying amount as at 1st of January 17. It's just the same. So it's 1040. So okay, this one I will label as number 4. So this is the working for the first year concern, which is the 2016. Now we move on to second year 17. So you know that the carrying amount is first on this date would be how much? It's now 1040. So this is the existing carrying amount, not the existing cost, the carrying amount. Remember, we are replacing it with our new component. So our new component, the cost of the new component new parts actually in this question. Cost of a new part is 520,000, and that took place on 1st of January 17. Okay, and the next step is for you to look at what are the carrying amount of the old component, old part replace of all parts being replaced. Replace mean being recognized. To do this, you need to find out the cost of that whole parts. The cost of the old parts is 300,000. To find the carrying amount, you need to take out the accumulated depreciation of that old part. So meaning that you bought them from 1st of January 15, you need to find out the depreciation until 1st of January 17, from the date you acquired until the date you go and replace, or you go and de-recognize. I put the word D for de-recognize. So if that is the case, earlier on we knew that the expected useful life here is 15 years. So means here it would be 14, and here it would be 13. So if that is the case, you take the carrying amount, you will divide remaining useful life. So that would be, the carrying amount is still the cost, 300,000, divided by the remaining useful life, and it would be divided by the estimated useful life. Or not remaining useful life, estimated useful life. Take the cost, and it's for 2 years. That gives you 40. So if you take this, you'll get 260,000 here. So therefore, this 260,000 must be recognized. So what you will do is, you will do the numbering again. So this is number 1, right? We need to explain about that. Costs that are being replaced. And then you need to talk about the carrying amount of the old component. You need to explain what are the carrying amount, and also you need to explain about the new carrying amount. So the carrying amount here is the carrying amount before. So the carrying amount after replacement. The carrying amount after replacement is 1.3 million. Yeah, if you have done the calculation correctly. And this is on 1st of January 17. Right. So we are done with the calculation or the workings, and you need to explain about this as well in your accounting treatment number 3. And if you look at the second part, you are asked to show some journal entry. I will focus on the depreciation. But if you want to know here, you also need to talk about the depreciation charge. So it would be 1.3 based on the carrying amount divided by remaining useful life. Charge here is for 2017 for 1 year. So it would be 1.3 million divided by 13 times 1 year. Why 1 year? Nothing is stated, so we assume this is yearly basis. So that will give you 100,000. So this must be explained. And this will give you 1.2. And this is the carrying amount of the after replacement carry amount as at 31st of December 17. Okay, this also need to be explained. So there are 2 explanations that you need to do, but this working that you have done here will be able to help you do the explanation, right? I'll do the explanation in next page. So I hope that you have copied down that. Okay, we start off with our explanation for the year ended 31st of December 16. We start with number 1 that we labeled earlier. So you would say, I put number 1. I explain what happened at the beginning of the year first. As at 1st of January 16, you need to inform the cost of the equipment. Equipment here means cost of the existing equipment is mention the amount RM 1.2 million. So you can use the working to explain that. And then number 2, talk about the depreciation charge for that year. So depreciation charge that we have calculated. Charge here, charge as expense in the SOPL. If you say that, in case this is just an explanation of accounting treatment, so you need to show the working here. Is at, just show the working, simple working, 80,000. So just show 1.2 million divided by 15 times 1. Next, number 3. So number 3 talk about what are the accumulated depreciation. So you will say the accumulated depreciation, for that year. So for the year ended 31st of December 16 was RM 160,000. Remember, I took this from the working. Show the workings here. So you can show the working, maybe show 80,000 times 2. And then talk about the carrying amount at the end of that year. So we'll say the carrying value or the carrying amount of equipment, which is of equipment, of course, as at 31st of December 16 is at RM 1.04 million. Show the workings for this. So it would be cost 1.2 minus, write in full, I'm running out of time, so 160,000. So that's the first one. Now we move on to the second year, 31st of December 17. This is the year that you have your replacement. So differentiate, I use blue. So you repeat again the same thing. Number one, the beginning balance. On 1st of January 2017, you mention what happened. You can say the new you say that the new cost of the major parts, it was major parts replaced, of how much? 520,000 is to be capitalized. Why? You need to give the reason, as this will improve. So this one you just can pick up from the question. It was at the last sentence of the paragraph. Improve the performance, the last sentence. You can refer to the last sentence in the first paragraph, of the equipment. Okay. The next one is talking about the old parts replaced. So you say the carrying amount. Remember we calculated that, so just put the carrying amount of the old part. Just write what you're working, that's the accounting treatment. Write them in proper order. Of how much was it? I have done that earlier, 260. How? Cost 300,000 minus accumulated depreciation 40,000. That was the thing you have there. You will say should be recognized. So I'm using capital letter to enhance the importance of the word. And when you de-recognize, it means that you write off as expense. Right? De-recognize means to write off. So it was written off as an expense, to write off as expense to the SOPL. Which SOPL? 2017. So we go to the next one. Mention about our new carrying amount. So remember, our new carrying amount is the one that we have earlier labeled So the new carrying amount after replacement. So you just need to write down what you worked out earlier. Replacement is how much? 1.3. So refer to your workings. And that 1.3, show the working here. 1040 plus 520, the new cost, minus 260,000. So this is new. This is the old parts replaced. Right. And the last one is the last two actually, number 4. Number 4 mention about the depreciation, the depreciation charge. Same thing like what you did before. In the SOPL for that year, 2017 here, is 100,000. How do you get 100,000? Take the 1.3, the carrying amount, divided by the remaining useful life, and remaining useful life was 13. And the last sentence would be what is the accounting treatment here is the treatment for the carrying amount. So the carrying amount that you will shown in the soft P as at 31st of December 17 is RM. How much? Just now we calculated 1.2 million. Okay, that's it for the first part, which is on identifying the accounting treatment. And the last part, which is part 2, the question asks you to do the journal entry for the depreciation in 2016. So this is a very simple one. So debit depreciation for your equipment. And remember it was 80,000. I earlier showed you the working for 2016. So credit accumulated depreciation for your equipment, the same figure. So with that you get 9 marks, yeah, meaning that this explanation, this, yeah, all these 3 things that I have put into workings. So with all these things that you have, okay, that will give you a marks of 9 marks. So the first part is this. This is the second part, and this is the third part. I hope you will try to watch this video again so that you'll be able to understand the treatment of replacement of new parts with regards to accounting for PPE. With that, that's it for this session. I will see you when I will see you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.